Again, Ogman is just going back and forth, serving everyone. And then he's gonna look outside and take up. He got worried through Dazo's food specifically. What does he see?
It gone with a sludge trail leading off into the woods.
You actually kind of see some of the plants nearby start to melt.
Okay, so when did Dazo's food become Emperor Bellows from the Owl House?
That's bad.
Spoilers!
What do you mean spoilers? That's all the way in season 2!
Can I say my response? Armin's just standing there, his eye twitching like, how is this even possible? He's then going to slowly and terrifyingly close the door behind him with a look of shock and fear on his face.
Yeah, talk about deadly cooking.
Bioweapon cooking.
Also, did you dump the food out?
Yes.
Ow.
The food that Dazo and Ogden made? Yes. The food that Null and Holnir made? He served.
Oh, it's a combination of the two, so it's not just Dazo's.
Yeah.
Ogden's just gonna still have this pale look on his face as he sits down with the group.
Yeah, with Uwe practically eating Alicia's yogurt and some of Nephrite's food.
Ogden's gonna look to Dazo. Never cook again. Your cooking has killed nature.
Well, I can't help it. I got a fiery personality.
Aww.
You know, for someone who just lost one of her best friends, you're awfully a little chipper about all this.
I'm trying not to think of the worst, though. But I'm hoping we can find him before anything bad happens to him or the rest of the children.
Yes, though. Now, since I went to sleep, I don't know if I missed any information, so let's just go over what we know again.
For the most part, the entrance isn't in Flairtone's house. It's apparently somewhere in the middle of nowhere. Like a cave entrance or something. Might be close to the outskirts of Thelene. We don't know. Just somewhere to the north.
That is a possibility. However, though, is that the way they go in or the way they go out? Or is it both?
Right now, it's our best bet. It's the only thing I can think of, since we don't have any chance of finding. If we were to try, nothing to go on with inside of her house, so that's too much of a risk. So I'd say the quote-unquote cave entrance is our only option, but we need to find it first. That's the problem.
Yeah.
There's actually a bit of a bigger problem. The cave entrance that you think, it's not really a cave. It's a tunnel underneath a tent.
This gives us more information. Wait, tent.
A tent?
We're heading back to that town now. No, we're heading back to the encampment your town has set up.
Wait. What encampment?
Like the encampment from the refugees for Mirrorwood.
Wait,
Uh,
you mean the same encampment that we walked into earlier this? Well, I can't really say. Can I say this week?
Yeah.
in character, yes.
Yeah. You mean the encampment we walked into earlier this week?
So what we need to do is have Uba quietly search the tents, see if he can find which one has that entrance.
Who
While
say
he's
the
in-
entrance is going to be obvious?
while he's invisible.
And I reiterate my point. Who's to say the entrance isn't hidden?
Probably, well, it can't be too hidden. And this is the best that we can do because I'm sorry, I'm not going to allow us to charge into a refugee camp and try to tear the entire place apart looking for one clue, because that's going to turn everybody in the camp against us. Just as we would have problems with the city going into the doctor's house or their office without evidence.
Well, maybe we can just ask one person to help us. If the entrance is near the tent of Muirwood, do you think Artemis will help us, no?
It's the only option I can think. It seems like the only option we got. We could ask somebody else.
Not necessarily.
One of the two children that are upstairs could probably lead us to the right tent.
Exactly.
But that would probably scare the rest of the camp unless we did it at night. Which means that there's going to be a risk to the children that are here, with more being sent to retrieve them.
Yes. Another problem we also have is, and I sorry for bringing this up as well, it could also be from the refugee encampment, or it could even be a small encampment somewhere in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
Hmm.
So we do need more. You need more information. I'm not opposed to letting the two that are upstairs lead us back to their quote-unquote siblings. These are the only people that they've ever known, and it's not their fault for being deceived. The real problem is going to be once we get inside.
Will they stab us in the back?
Right. They may turn on us, or they may not be able to convince their siblings to not attack us. This is the only life they've ever known. This is the only family they've ever known. So they will defend it with everything that they have. It really does irritate me in the fact that someone doing this to children, but they will not rush in recklessly or blindly.
It's gonna.
And if I get within 1,000 feet of one of the children that I envision, I can locate them. That will only tell me direction and distance.
Instead of a random child, why not Quinn?
We need him.
Quinn is a choice, but I've looked at all of the children, and I know their names and their faces, so I can. We do need to decide which one do I try to locate. But I remember I need to be within 1,000 feet.
I think you'll definitely have more of a better chance with Gwen since you know him the longest.
Thank you for saying what I was about to say.
Elish, what about that other plan you told me?
The other, well, we could ask Trellis to send us some scrying scrolls, and I could try to use them. It would allow me to possibly spot, scry on, one or more people. That will only show me their current location, and I'm willing to bet they're already in. That at least in Quinn's case, not going to be allowed to run free until quote unquote mother is confident that he's under her control again.
Trust
So
me.
we are on the clock. We do have a time limit. The longer we take, the bigger the chance that we will Quinn to her brainwashing.
And that time crunch, that puts a little damper on that scrying scrolls, because that's going to take a while, and we need all the time we can get.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So another option is that I can stay here and put up a tiny hut and keep the children that are here safe at night. That means that I will not be with the group.
My question is, how far do you have to be for the spell to continuously be in effect?
For the tiny hut,
Yes.
it's up it lasts 8 hours unless I leave it. So unless somebody has the ability to dispel it, they can walk through, walls like Razor. They're not getting in.
And how long does that take to cast?
If I cast it as a ritual, it would take 10 minutes. If I cast it as a spell, which is
One action.
it's an action.
So 6 seconds.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So if you were to go through with that, just after the 8 hours, you just need 10 minutes to ritually cast it again.
Yes.
You have to want to keep it going. So,
However, though, there's a problem with that. That would not give us the night. So pretty much we'd be wasting the rest of the day.
Not only that, but if Elise stays here, we're not gonna go to that location in our full strength.
And with how badly we got beaten last night, we need all of us.
We got beaten because we were stretched thin because we had more forces than we imagined. On top of that, they had stronger firepower because they were able to cave in the entire building. Well, not really the entire building, but one of the floors. And also on top of that, we're going in without our full strength anyway because we don't have Quinn.
So I'd have to cast the tiny hut as a ritual anyway, because I have my full allotment of spells for the day.
But again, though, you said it only lasts 8 hours. That's the time of night. That's not going to give us enough time to actually keep them protected, sadly.
Yeah, well, it would last pretty much all night, but yeah, I can renew it before it fades away, but that's just a detail that I would have to worry about if I stayed behind.
Yeah.
See, that's my problem. The fact that you're so okay with staying behind while we're all saving Quinn. That puts us at a disadvantage with both fronts. You being all alone here, and us being down a magic user where we might need it.
Understandable. I'm not exactly happy with both either choices. I mean, if we can get to the mother and eliminate her, we can solve this problem.
No, it
Wow.
won't. Killing her won't 100% solve the problem. We'll need to find a way to have her somehow expose herself to the children, a la abducting and forced experimentation on them for them to lose her hold over them. If we kill her in front of them, they'll see us as an enemy and continue her work.
I don't have the ability to do non-lethal damage with my spells.
I'm in the same boat. Any sort of spell that a caster uses is more likely going to be lethal. Unless you have a utility spell such as see invisibility or enhance ability or resistance. Those spells don't really cause lethal damage, they actually negate it. Or at least gives you a leg up.
I'm not
Other
saying
than that, you're looking at 3 to 4 people that are going to cause lethal action.
I wasn't saying we kill. I wasn't saying we spare her and then make her confess. I'm saying we somehow enrage her enough to confess in front of us and them.
No, you don't. You don't understand. If she's like my mother, she believes herself to be 100% in the right. And anything that she thinks needs to be done is just justified and hand waved away. She will not knowingly confess to doing any wrong. To her, she's saving the world from, I don't know, sickness or whatever. I don't know what kind of thing she's trying to save the world from, but she believes herself to be 100% in the right.
I was gonna smirk a bit as he puts one elbow on the table and holds up one finger. There's one thing I can think, though, and this is just an educated guess, though. And so I'll give you what I'm thinking of. I'll answer the question what I'm thinking of with a question. Why do you think she has them call her mother?
Because while she can't make an emotional bond very easily, she can encourage them to bond to her.
I don't think that's the case. He then lowers the number finger. Who's to say she can't even have kids and this is her way of having kids?
Possible.
We can then use that against her to enrage her enough. And once again use that to make her spill the beans. Add to the fact, though, that one of my abilities that I get from Avalon here, as long as I kill a humanoid, I can revive them as a specter to answer any and all of my questions.
Yeah, it's kind of weird like that.
Q&A after killing her, I don't know. Hopefully the children won't immediately attack. I mean, it's at least an option on the board if we don't have a choice but to kill Volnir.
But again, though, that's the caveat, though. I have to be the one to kill.
Well, all we're coming up with speculations and all that. We need a plan.
We don't have enough information to make an actual plan. We don't know the layout. We don't know the battlefield. We don't know how many people are on the field. We don't have enough information.
And chances are we're not going to know that until we actually get into the fray. It's obviously she's put on a mask for so long with how she interprets the information. She made it very clear that she would not have her hand in throwing away evidence of what she can do.
He's very careful.
Arvin actually has a devilish idea for a moment, but he's contemplating it because of how believable it is, and it's obvious that he's contemplating on something in his head.
What's on your mind?
She calls herself a mother, and I did bring that up, though. Why don't we say we found a child that needs urgent care? And I'm not saying we use one of the kids here. Or Glenn, or anyone else
pump
here.
the brakes. I'm going to pump the brakes on that plan for you just 1 second. We tried that plan.
You're right. But then he points to Avalon. But Avalon here somewhat resembles a child. So we can say what's happening to him, it could be some kind of medical disease.
I'm
Again,
sorry, no.
we tried that plan.
Yeah,
we
and
tried
that's
that
not
plan,
gonna work.
and it failed.
Hold on.
Yeah, do not use me as bait.
Let me explain why I'm willing to use Avalon. Because he then holds out the glaive, you can just warp right back into this no matter where you are. Which means you're not really in any risk. And even then, if you go into an anti-magic field, you'll instantly be sent back to this blade. So for all technicality, we, to a minor extent, could use this to our advantage. That's why I was contemplating it, though, because I do not really want to put the risk of you on the line.
Do you think I would pass off as something she would accept? Look at me! I don't even have legs, and I'm safe through!
That's the point. We pass that off as the disease.
That would be far beyond the means of disease. That would be obviously magical.
It's not going to work.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree that's not gonna work either.
At least it was a plan.
I appreciate the creativity, but I'm agreeing with majority of the table, especially Avalon. That plan has so many holes that she will see right through him. No pun intended.
None taken.
That's got more holes than a block of Swiss.
Again, I'm the only one, besides me and Elise, we're the only ones really coming up with plans.
We've been coming up with plans a lot. Like, what about that plan to actually ask them to take us to where they pop out?
I can turn them invisible. We can go, once we get near the tents, I can turn them invisible. And they,
You would have to turn yourself invisible as well, so that way you could see them, and then we'd have to have he's going to look to that right. Because last time I remember, you were the only one that could also see invisibility through magic, correct?
At the present moment, yes.
That means Nephrite would be down one of her spells.
And I would be down at least. So to turn 3 people invisible, I would have to cast one of my 4th bubble uses, which means that I would have 1 less locate creature available to do that.
And Daisy, you were trying to say something?
Yeah, I said, I have passed without a trace.
It helps us to hide and doesn't leave a trail, which I would rather have used, if we can get to this cave, this tunnel entrance, I would like to not leave a trail of ourselves in it or to it. But right now, I cannot turn the entire group invisible.
You alone can't. I can cast invisibility as well. But the downside of those that I'll be down a spell slot as well, which for me are very limited.
Yes.
And there's also the one other part of that plan that we have not even considered.
If they're even going to cooperate with us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I say we just see what we can do with that plan for now. So those that, to an extent, have been considered known well with the kids, get with those children, get to know them, try to get that information out of them, and see if they're going to willingly help us.
Well, if that's the case, then, and never looking directly at Null,
Yeah.
seems like someone needs to make a delivery for breakfast.
Yep. And I guess I'll head up there. You move the token for me?
Your token? Sure.
Thank you.
And then I'm just going to
Dang,
speak to
that's
the
a lot
rest.
of yawning.
I'm just going to speak to the rest of the party, though. I think for the rest of us, though, some of us should go investigate the town. Some of us stay here for now, and then we reconvene.
Didn't we try that before, but got very choppy information?
Mm-hmm.
True. At least that way we're not just waiting on Null, is my thoughts, though. Wait a minute. He's gonna look to Zuri for a second. Enough, right? Is it... How possible is it for Zuri to relay information to you?
He doesn't have a voice box. The way Zuri relays message to me is through his head motion. That's how we've always relayed information to each other. He can understand every language I know, so that's how Zuri was able to understand everything I told Holnir before we had the ears. Well, before he got his earring.
Humor me for a minute, then. He's gonna pretty much point here. You have Zuri land there.
Okay, and she will instruct Zuri in Dwarvish to land right here.
Onto the table, pretty much. And I'm just gonna ask, can you have him scratch out any digits sort of idea? Or draw anything with the claws? And he's hoping Nephrite sort of catches on with his idea.
Out of character, are you trying to do the little beak scratch thing whenever a druid is wall shaping into a bird? And even
No.
though they can't understand something, they can actually use the environment around them to communicate?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, like, have Zuri sort of scratch onto the table to be like, okay, I found this here, but not in sentences, but along the lines of, okay, here's a picture of the location exactly,
Of like
and what might be around it.
to draw.
DM, can that plan even work?
Because Zuri is a steel defender, it could work. But he would mostly do in like in symbols that only you can understand, Nephrite.
Fair enough. So, like, just as a humor, Nephrite would just hold up the fingers of 1, 2, 3, and Zuri would just scratch out the little tick marks representing 1, 2, 3.
So you can't draw pictures really, can he?
Mm-mm.
Damn it. Because my plan now was to have Zuri fly around town, just flying in and out like a normal bird, to sort of look like a normal bird.
While that is a good idea, there is still one caveat. He's not a normal bird.
I know, that's what I'm saying, get in and out fast.
If that was the case, then... And Nephrite pinches the bridge of her nose because of the history involving this little idea. If that be the case, then why not let Dazo wild shape into an owl or something? Let her fly in and out at the same speed, and she can still relay the information to us in Sylvan, and I can translate that.
But how long does Dazo's wild shape last?
Half her level in hours.
So about 5 hours.
Yeah.
So 5-hour time limit.
Yes.
How many of those can you do a day?
You can
3
do
wild shapes per day.
Sorry, you got cut off by
3
Dragon's
wild
Claw.
shapes a day.
Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
I can do 3 wild shapes.
Normally you can do 2 wild shapes per short rest.
Yeah.
Well, we all had a long rest, so
Yeah.
So long rest would be longer than a short rest.
Mm-hmm.
but half our level, and we are all level. Give me a second, double check.
10.
10.
So that means you should be able to do it 5 times.
Mm-hmm. Oh, really?
Yeah.
What?
We're level 10. You
No.
said half the level.
Yeah, half the level for the time limit, so she can stay an owl for 5 hours.
No, sorry.
But she can only
But
wild shape
still-
3 times.
No, that's my fault. Sorry. How many of those do
Remember,
you have left today?
Also, remember you can do 2 short rests before you have to do a long rest.
Oh, that's
Sure.
right. Yes.
So 5 hours, she can only do it 3 times. How many times have you already done that today?
Well, we already had
New
the
day.
long rest.
Yeah, we
It's
already
recharged.
had one rest, so.
So you can do it 3 times today.
Yes.
So for all intents and purposes, I would say... So I'll say stay in the owl and do that if you can. But make sure you're a normal-sized owl. Try not to draw suspicion.
Okay, I will.
And do that to gather information. As soon as you... And if you find a hut that looks suspicious, you inform us of which huts look suspicious from the inside.
Mm-hmm.
And Dazo, before you go, don't go in with... If you do find the entrance, come back here immediately to get us instead of going in yourself.
Okay, I will. DM, I do not have the owl token.
Yes, I know.
I'm sorry for this plan!
Do you want me to grab that?
Unfortunately, I do not have any owl prepared.
What about
you-
Zuri?
I was about to say, just copy-paste Zuri for it for now, as a temporary.
Okay, yeah, that works. Yeah, Zuri's an owl, correct?
An owl
Yes.
construct.
So, owl construct.
Mm,
Okay. That works.
So you're turning into an owl now.
No, don't do it. Don't do it until we know that we're close to where, at least have an idea where to go to this, where this tent is, and then do it so that you have the most time to search through the tents, because you don't want to waste your opportunity.
Yeah, Diz was gonna wait till it got closer to the tents.
He's gonna look to Lorelei now. Is there any sort of temporary shop set up in the refugee camp, though?
I don't know. I traveled with you guys, remember?
Right. Is there any of the adults nearby that he can ask, that he's looking at the table?
You see only one adult, Sonia, and she is more busy keeping the kids' mind occupied, telling them everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah, he's gonna speak loud enough he's gonna actually go up to hear a bit. And just sort of like, a small wave of like, come here, Sonia, sort of idea.
You see her
Sonia's in the
dress-
same room as Donnie.
No, Sonia's down here. Cassie's upstairs with you.
Oh, I'm sorry, I got mixed up.
Yeah. You see her try to move to you, but before she could, you see a bunch of kids, grab and hold her as if they do not want to let her go.
I'm just gonna step forward a little bit. And just gonna whisper into her ear, asking, "Is there any sort of shop set up in the refugee camp area?"
She shakes her head.
He's just gonna politely give her say thank you with a nod, and then return back to his seat. They don't have a shop set up in the refugee area, which means we can't use that as an excuse.
Uba's dancing.
Yeah, to distract the kids while we plan.
Yeah.
Right now, the only thing I can think of is we just head into town to. We do need some kind of reason to head into the refugee area.
Do we? Since we know Artemis.
Nala and Lorelai directly know the mayor.
You're right. So I say we just head in, but I don't know who we inform of this situation. If we inform the mayor, it might cause mass panic. We can't. I don't know of Artemis well enough to see if we can really inform him, because who's to know who might be in it, who might not, we don't know. And he just sort of slumps onto the table, just annoyed of all the information they have to go through.
Right now, we're just playing cat and mouse, and sadly, we're the mice in this middle of this little gambit of hers. To be honest, I really hate to say this, but this is so far the smartest woman that has ever had the chance to outsmart 3 of the smartest people in this entire group.
I'm just gonna sort of shift his look to Nephrite whilst on the table and being like, "Oh yeah, I know who the smartest 2 are." And then he looks at Nephrite and then Elise, but who's the 3rd? And he asks with a raised eyebrow.
No.
You see him thinking over in his head for a bit, and is like, "Yeah, good point."
That's what I like about him. I hope he's doing okay upstairs.
All those in favor, I'm checking up on him right now. He raises his hand.
If you need to check up on him, just go check on him. No need to put it to a vote, and plus he's talking with the kids.
I'm asking because one person here, he points to himself, was very angry last night, to the point where I let my anger get the best of me. Am I still angry?
Down here.
Oh, definitely.
Then you stay down here.
I know.
Lorelai, would you mind taking Cortana with you to go check up on Null? Or do you want one of us to come up there with you instead?
I'll go up. And Cortana, you can do your mind thing to help. I can certainly try again. We'll go up.
Well, whilst those of us that aren't going upstairs, I'm gonna head to town and see if I can find anything. Anyone gonna join me?
I might come along with you. Instead of being cooped up in this building for a second night in a row, I might need some exercise.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else want to come? We'll still be connected to the earrings, so that way Null can transfer information to us, or for those that are still out, can transfer information to those here.
I'm good with either going with or staying.
You're coming with because we're going to want you as close to the town as possible when wild shaping.
Okay. And then Dazo's gonna go with Augment and
what about
Right.
Alicia Holnier?
I mean, it would make a lot of sense for Honir to come along since we are running low on ingredients.
Yeah, Dragon's back. His internet decided to give out
Yeah.
on.
His internet is being a poo-poo head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we currently have Augment heading into town with Dazo and Nephrite, who's coming. Because we don't know about Holnir or Uwaleaf.
Yeah. Holnir, Jovial had to step away because
Dog, I know.
It's Peppers.
I know.
He's back.
Okay, just in time. So, Jovial, are you joining Augment, Dazo, Nephrite, and Elise going into town? Or are you going to stick around here? And Nephrite brought the point of we could be running low on ingredients.
Sure.
So, to the refugee camp!
Da-da.
Da-da-da.
Dang it.
I'm just bringing Augment closer so that way it's easier for you, Cat, to just be like, plop us down.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so are all of you going to the refugee camp?
Yeah.
I think Null and Lorelai was gonna stay back.
Pretty much those of us that are in the group, I think we are going. So we will cut to our little group here, since they're the ones staying behind.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
You're good.
Or do we get the information we need before we even leave? Because Augment is going to inform, just contacting the party that isn't with us, excluding Trellis, being like, we're going into town to see if we can gather any the encampment to see if we can gather information. And he's going to say that before they leave.
Well, pretty much as you leave, Null and Tress came to the agreement that she will take you guys there.
Noel doesn't. Well, we don't know this because Noel hasn't shared it with us yet.
Yeah, sorry about that. He's just gonna quickly click the earring and let him know. No need for information gathering. I think we got our way in.
Augment's. Okay then. Please tell me you're also going to inform them that he then point the group amongst them, see him point to himself, that I'm going to be amongst you.
I basically told them that they were going to help all of us get to the entrance. Just be, what I basically told them is that we were going to my exact words were like, I asked them to help us find their mother, and that we want to reach a level of understanding. That was the only way I could word it. That
The party on the main floor see him gritting his teeth, but it looks like he's biting his tongue because he wants to say something, and it's obvious that it's rude, but he is biting his tongue.
yes, I don't like it as much as you do, but it's the only option I could think of.
That's perfectly fine. As long as they're able to lead us in, on the caveat that is, while never talking through the earring, she's looking at Augment, not Elise. I almost said Elise, at Augment. No one harms them or their brothers and sisters. The only person we are intending to harm, either verbally or physically, is the mother, not the children. They have nothing wrong to us.
So in a nutshell, we're going to be doing what I did for a little bit of last night, of just, if we have to defend ourselves, we'll be rendering them unconscious, correct?
Correct.
As much as we can.
For the moment, at first, we are just going to refrain from initiating any combat at all.
That's why I'm saying if combat is initiated.
He's
If
gonna
we
look at Nephrite with a grin and say, I hereby give you permission to go all out on quote unquote mother.
And who did you look at? Nephrite?
Yep.
Is this because of all the blow-ups?
I'd say a little bit so, but I'm just gonna point to himself. Do I want context to that, or am I allowed to go all out as well?
No.
He's gonna give Dazo a sideways glance of, you don't have the say in this due to the number of times we've had to tell you off.
It's like,
Why do I feel like I deserve to give a speech, but yet it's for something really, really silly?
it's like, then Dazo looks up and it's like, yeah, really don't want to know. She blew up at us many times.
You were there for one of them!
I know, I was about to say that in response.
Anyway,
Moving on, though. So I say all of you get going to chat with the child. I myself... And can't humor me. Just pulling out a trinket to sort of sharpen Avalon's glaive form. Just as a means of killing time until everyone's ready.
And in between sessions, I will be updating my spells. Because right now, I think I'm good. I like the spells I have.
So, yeah. I'm just gonna go to the preaching room and he's gonna lean up against this thing. And I swear to God, if it moves, Cat, I'm going to slap myself right now.
Let me zoom out so that way I see what the heck you're leaning on.
basically an altar.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let me put it this way. If this somehow reveals a secret passage, I will slap myself.
Please, please.
If it does, I'm gonna feel like the biggest idiot.
Because I asked you guys to investigate this place the first day.
We couldn't because we were protecting kids!
Yay!
I said the first full
Okay,
day.
to the question of, does it move when you lean on it? Yes. But it's only due because of how heavy you are compared to how weak that is.
Oh.
Okay, so I don't need to slap myself then.
So there wasn't no opening under it.
No secret passage. No
No.
hidden
That would have been too
room,
easy.
No nothing.
Okay.
No secret tunnel.
Well, none of us ever checked in here.
Secret tunnel.
Back on track, though. So, so everyone is probably upstairs with child.
Child.
I did not move my token yet, but yes.
Yep. And you managed to only convince Tress to go, not Noli.
Alright. Cassie, just keep an eye on him. Just make sure he's taken care of. Just be nice.
Will do.
Come on, Triss. You can show us the way.
Isn't she still tied up, though?
Oh,
No.
Sorry, just making sure. Can't blame me for making sure she's trying to walk around while it's tied up.
Yep, you loosen her ropes, and Cortana gives her her little hoodie cloak, so she could try to hide. And Alicia, you're asking this from Sonia. She says yes.
I think he's asking the kids.
He's actually asking the kids directly.
They're a little unsure because they're still traumatized from what happened last night.
They thought that they were rescuing you. We thought that they were trying to do bad things to you. So that was why the fight happened. It sometimes happens with adults. So it's understandable that it's a little.
But they're still scary looking.
I know. That's not their fault. They didn't choose to look like that.
Alright, so you guys are gonna go to where she's leading you?
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey.
Yep. And the first thing that the Spider Woman sees, well, Spider Girl sees when she interacts with Ogden as soon as coming down before leaving is just seeing him sharpen Avalon's glaive form, spot the party, and then just puts it away. And joins the party.
Yeah.
Following
Because by the
and-
time he sees the party, he's seeing a glare from Nephrite. Just put it away. Be nice to the kid.
You're
That's
not
what he's
helping.
doing. He's at the back of the party right now, so he's at the back of the line. So
Yep. Though she looks a little nervous seeing all of you. She kind of warms up to Null a bit. Yep. Yes, Dragon as well, and soon. And you guys head out the door. Meanwhile,
Uh-oh.
meanwhile, with Glenn,
Meanwhile, at plot A, what I thought was plot B.
Heh.
meanwhile with the person we want to murder.
Hey.
I didn't mean it to you when I meant it about the mother.
You could just call it Flail Tone, you know. A Flail for short.
Anyways,
yep. You are still in the cage, and right near your cell is like a small bowl of what used to be your favorite hazelnut soup.
Huh? Can I make a perception of it to see if it has anything in it?
That would be insight.
Add up. No.
All you see is hazelnut and soup.
Quinn drinks some of it, but not all.
Yeah, you remember this used to be your favorite growing up, but now that your tongue has tasted real food, it's mediocre.
Can I try to use my tail to attack the boss?
You can certainly try.
Alright, let's see, no?
You make a small dent, but not enough dent to put an arm through.
Can I try again?
Yep.
But before I do that, do I hear anyone coming?
It is hard to hear since you do have stone walls.
If I recall, what do I need to roll for sound?
At this point, it would be perception at disadvantage.
And no eye, so yeah. That's something.
I got it.
You don't hear anything.
Might as well.
Okay, with that, you did manage to make a bit of a more of a dent in the iron bars, but just enough to put your hand through.
Can I roll perception for sound again?
Yes.
Oof, that's worse.
Yep, you don't hear anything.
Well, I guess he tries to attack the bars again. Oh crap! No, that was supposed to be 26.
Gotta take the nat 20. So roll your damage a second time, which is a d6.
Okay.
That's 7, that's 13.
You made the small dent a little bigger?
Can I try to get out?
You can stick your arm through, but only to like your elbow.
Alright. No! Oh.
Yep, this time you will actually take some damage.
How much do I take?
That much.
Phew! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, time to try again.
Looks like you've been busy, my child. I hope you're not doing anything rash and leaving me all alone again.
Go stick your head in the tar pit.
Oh, such language. I don't know where you're getting your rebellious streak from, but it's a phase I'm sure will pass.
He just rolls his eyes.
I am very, very disappointed in you, my child. I thought you would come back and we would be like we once were.
Hey, you had enough spouting nonsense yet?
Have you?
Why don't you go Why don't you just go?
Because I care about you, my child, as any mother would.
I am not your child.
Of course you are.
You.
I raised you.
No, you are not. You're the one who caused my mother's death, and I will make you pay. I will make sure you rot in jail for the rest of your pathetic life.
Such disappointment, child.
You could see Quen just spit on the ground towards her.
Maybe you need to be reminded of who you're dealing with. And as she comes towards you, you actually see her face through the bars.
Fun, we're dealing with another razor.
What the hell? Huh,
And-
so you can move too. What the hell?
You
What
see-
are you? Quen tries to attack him.
Roll attack with disadvantage because you are surprised?
Oh wait, I forgot to put sneak attack with it. Dang it.
You don't have sneak attack.
Sneak attack does not work.
Okay.
Come on, where's the character sheet?
Jovial, what's a Toby mask?
Toby.
What is that?
From Naruto Shippuden. That orange mask.
Why am I reminded of Tobias now?
Yeah, your tail does not hit. It actually grabs your tail and slams it onto the wall, and
None of those hit.
Technically, you have to alter your armor class low. Because your armor class is in cat, correct me if I'm wrong, it's 8 plus dex, isn't it, for base, right?
Well,
Yeah.
either way, one doesn't
10
hit.
plus, 10 plus dex. So I'm pretty sure the 12 is gonna miss too.
Okay, sorry.
You missed.
yeah, it looks like you after it makes those attacks, and all of a sudden you feel this pain in your head.
What the heck? You didn't even hit me.
Yeah. Make a charisma save, please.
Normal?
Yes.
Oh, my charisma is bad. Here it goes. Ow.
Yeah, it feels like sirens are blasting in your head.
Ugh. Can he try to attack again?
Disadvantage this time.
I'll get it.
Does not hit.
What are you?
It walks away as it phases through the the iron cell and turns back.
What
Pooey?
are you? What
your
are you?
I'm your mother, of course. As she walks away. And that is where we're going to end it tonight.
I think I know exactly what's going on, and as I said, Kat, I want to hug you and slap you at the same time if I'm right.
I have a feeling she's a changeling.
Oh, I'm thinking worse.
What's worse than a changeling?
That would be
Mind flare.
spoilers.
I am definitely not roll 20, so who the heck answered or put something in the side chat? I heard a ping.
Jovial said this is very much a Toby situation.
Oh.
Am I wrong?
No, you're not.
Can I ask a favor?
Yes.
I know that could everybody make sure that they turn off the ping for the posting in the Roll20 because it's like really sharp in my ears with my headphones on.
Okay, so yeah, I'll do that.
I
How?
think we can actually do that.
Technically, you can by muting the server for like X amount of time.
I think it's
It's turning off enable background chat sounds.
right. That's where I figured that out.
It's in your gear.
Yeah, I found it.